Hello everyone. This is the third video of Basic English Terminology for Business module. I am Murat Canbulut. In this video, we are going to see the definition of management. After we made the definition of management, we are going to see some basic words, some popular words for management discipline. So with this video, my aim is to make you more familiar with management discussions. So we're going to see some examples related to some popular words. I'm going to share some links with you so you will be able to have a better understanding of it. And you will be able to access many sources after you complete that class. So first, let's define management. Management is the process of achieving company goals by planning, organizing, directing, controlling, and evaluating the effective use of resources. So with this definition, I'd like to remind you that for some specific words, I underlined them for you. So it's why, because I'm trying to take your attention to these words. So we are going to, for example, we are going to make the definition of planning in the further minutes. So what you should do, what you should remember about management is it's a process. It's a long-term thing. So, and it should be planned, organized, and directed. And then after some time, you need to control every process, every step of management. And then you should be evaluating what you should do so far. And then you will be deciding if you are successful or not. So uh, under management that you may see human resource management, for example, and then let's define it. Human resources management. So, and it's called as HRM. So it's again a process. It's the process of finding, selecting, training, and evaluating employees. So what we should remember is uh, anything about business or management is at the end evaluated by someone who is responsible, who is in charge with that task. Okay? So let's move on. And we are going to see some other basic words for management. So leadership is one of the popular words for management field. So how does it define? So it's taking a company and its employees in a direction based upon a vision. So we're going to define vision, but leadership is a very important thing in a company or in an organization or in a country. Okay, so under the leadership definition, we are going to see many leadership types. So in this video, in this slide, I'm going to only share two types of leadership. But I recommend you to search for other types of leaderships. So in this video, you're going to see the source I used here, but you may use this link to see other leadership types. So the first leadership type is, or one of the leadership type is democratic leadership. And these leaders usually ask, what do you think? And they share information with employees, and they are willing to share opinions with employees about anything that affects their work responsibilities. They don't hide anything from the employees, and they seek employees' opinions before approving a final decision. So it's not a common leadership that you're going to be seeing in the business life, but for some specific industries, for some specific organizations, it's very useful for the whole organization. Okay, so another leadership type is authoritative leadership. So the phrase most indicative of this leadership, also known as visionary. Okay, so while we are defining the leadership and while we are talking about authoritative leadership, some keywords takes our attention. It's vision, visionary. Okay, we're going to see the meaning of it in the further minutes. So this leadership, the motto of this leadership is follow me. The authoritative leadership style is the mark of confident leaders. So if you have a confident leader leading you in a company, in an organization, you will be feeling more confident, more comfortable. You will feel and everything will be more clear for everyone, and you will feel comfortable. So for some, these leaders, these confident leaders, map the way and set the expectations while engaging and energizing followers along the way. For again, this leadership for some specific industries, for specific companies or organizations works very well, and then the employees and the organization, the whole organization works efficiently. Okay, so uh, leadership types are not limited with these two types. Okay, so I'm recommending you to find or search for other leadership types through the link I shared in this video. So business plan is another favorite or popular words in the field of management. So what's business plan? It's a written description of a new business venture that describes all aspects of the business. So as a student or as an entrepreneur or as a manager, you are supposed to prepare business plans in the future or now. So please uh, remember these words. So thinking the importance of these keywords, these words, I'm sharing a link with you. So prepared by the United Kingdom government. So if you visit this link I shared under business plan, you're going to see the templates or examples of business plan according to many industries and many fields. So if you are really willing to find some examples or some templates, I recommend you to visit the website I shared on this slide. So while defining business plan, I also mentioned something as entrepreneur. Let's see what it means. Entrepreneur, a person who recognizes a business opportunity and organizes, manages, assumes the risk of starting and operating a business. It's mostly an individual taking the risks, but at the end operating a business, then uh, he or she can develop the business and make a great business in the future. So you're not going to be only managers in the future. If you have the feeling of being an entrepreneur, if you have that courage to be an entrepreneur, so you're going to be an entrepreneur. As a person, you're going to recognize business opportunities, and it's going to be it's going to see it's going to be seem an opportunity for you, and then you're going to take the risk, and you're going to look for further opportunities or profits in a business. So another important definition or words in the management field is job description. So it's a detailed outline of the duties, qualifications, and conditions required to do a specific job. So many duties, qualifications, or conditions are expected from employees in an organization to do a specific job that we are called is as job description. So mission statements, and uh, please remember that most students or most people have confusions with mission and vision. So please pay attention to mission statement, and then we will see the definition of vision in the next slide. So mission statements, a statement that expresses the specific aspirations of a company, the major goals. Okay, please pay attention to that part. The major goals for which it will strive. So I'm just sharing the mission statement of Tesla company. Okay, it's one of the popular companies nowadays. I'm sharing the mission statement, the major goals of the company to accelerate the advent of sustainable transport by bringing compelling mass market electric cars to market as soon as possible. Okay, so organizational chart, another definition, a chart that shows how the firm is structured and who is in charge of whom. So you may see many organizational charts when you are having management discussions, when you are searching for something on a company, and it's like a tree. Okay, it's a very detailed tree. So it's showing who is in charge of who is responsible for what, which department is responsible in the company. Okay, so another definition is orientation. So at the universities, in the first day of the university life, that we are being oriented as students. So not only students are oriented, but also the new employees are also oriented in the companies. So it's the process of helping new employees adjust to a company. Okay, so you are making people familiar with the procedures, familiar with the organization, okay, familiar with the managers. It's what we call as orientation. Another definition is wage. It's an amount of money paid to an employee on an hourly basis. Okay, so the money paid an hourly basis. Planning is another important keyword here. Is the act or process of creating goals and objectives, as well as the strategies to meet those goals and objectives. Okay, we also saw it in the definition of market management and human resource management. And you're going to see qualifications. So education, skills, or work experience needed to do a particular job. So, for example, you may see if you follow the link, if you visit the link, you're going to see possible qualifications for higher education lecturer, and it's going to help you to make things more clear. And vision statements. So vision statements sometimes is confused with the mission statement, but these are completely different from each other. Vision statement is a statement that establishes the scope and purpose of a company and reflects its values and beliefs. If you are sharing the vision statement of the company or your organization, you need to emphasize your values, beliefs in the statement. For example, Coca-Cola Company, let's see Coca-Cola Company's vision statement. Our vision is to craft the brands and choice of drinks that people love, to refresh them in body and spirit, and done in ways that create more sustainable business and better shared future that makes a difference in people's lives, communities, and our planet. So, uh, this is not the popular words. This is not the only popular words in the management field. It's not limited with those words, but you may find many other words using the online glossaries I shared in the previous video. That's all with the management discussion. So in the next video, we are going to define marketing. And after we define marketing, we are going to see the basic words for marketing discipline. So this is the end of video 3. Thanks for participating.